Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video in the world of magic. And in today's video I actually want to talk about recently the one thing that has been purging players the most, and that is botting going on. Now, I didn't speak about this in any of my past videos because of course it never really, majorly came around, but it now is just now there are a lot of players botting, and you start to see them everywhere, from the Katura Mountains to the Fog, Forest of Grave, and you just start to see them everywhere, and players are really getting annoyed that lots of spots that they would expect to be farmed by normal players in their server are really just getting taken over by bots that people are actually using. Now, first off, before we start to get into the major things that the bots do, we have to go way back about 3 years ago to where it all began. Well, not 3 years ago, but 3.5 years ago, before I quit. Or 2 years. No, actually, this happened literally last year. This year. And, yeah. So, recently, a lot of players, looked up to an update in the world of Magic where bot carding was removed. And honestly, I think this was a very bad update. Even after they purged so many players, I really think this was a bad update, because it not only are you not giving players an option to remove bots themselves, which, I mean, did the bot card really work? Kind of, not really, no. So should you guys have improved on it? I do think so. I think it could have been better if they just added a little bit of a, interaction within the bot card that has to be done. Instead of asking the player, oh, are you still there, or something like that, and blah blah blah. Something like that probably would be able to be botted into the system. But I mean, also at same as well, we have to look at this from the world of Magic perspective, because a lot of games over the years, botting is always a major problem for a lot of developers, and pretty much it is hard to get rid of. Depending on what system you're on, bots are everywhere and they will always come. Also, as well as, bugs and pretty much just glitches in the system as well. So these are a lot of things that developers always have to deal with over the years. So, we can't always look for the World of Magic to be at fault when they removed the botting card for it to be ineffective after all those bans went through and they thought it was going to scare players that they're not botting anymore. Sadly, it did not work, and players are still majorly botting to this day. And you probably look around a lot of places that you've been, training places, farming places, usually they just gather up the items, then I guess some other person comes by to pick them up as a low level account, then they transfer it over to another low level account to go somewhere very secret just to transfer it to the bigger accounts so they can sell it on that account. And well, we'll just call it the bank. All right, a bank account, as in a bank account that players usually store their items in, like big items such as huge hats or something. But let's get back to the topic that botting. The World of Magic did a update a long time ago where they removed bot carding from the game, and they also thought that this is not going to be enough, or at least I think this is what they thought. This is not going to be enough. So they removed over 100 players from each and every server, from all the way from the Japanese, Chinese servers, all the way down to the US and EU servers. And pretty much, this was I thought this was actually gonna be a good update at the time. After when I started coming back, I thought, okay, maybe the bots will be gone, because people will be too scared to do it. But also, I thought, but there's still the part of the emulator, and I guess debugging only catches emulators. It doesn't really catch what's happening actively on your screen. So there's always going to be something wrong that's going to be happening in the game. So recently they also added a debugger, and I guess I tested it out, and it works. It does catch you know, constant taps on your screen. However, that doesn't always work because there's always a way around, because the system only tries to catch when there's no human errors. So if I press berserk and 500 seconds, let's say I press rage, then the system would constantly see me doing something like, okay, he does berserk, rage, then slams like 4 to 5 times, because that's how long it would probably take for your rage to go off. And usually there's always inconsistency within these things, and so that's where the bot picks up. If something is super constant and it's always going on, so then the system will absolutely write it off as botting, and they'll instantly try to get you. But sadly, that doesn't always work, because players are, I mean, they always try to catch, and there's nothing wrong with consistent things happen. I can easily I'm always inconsistent with pressing my skills in an active way that lets me win PvP battles. I'm very consistent in pressing mage skills, so that way I'm able to weave Doom, Flare, then my Doom goes off, and then I can press Hellfire, so that way it goes off. And the third time, and then in that reaction, I am actually stuck there. So there is some things that can go on with the system, because the system itself is also broken. But then again, we're in an age of AI, and the AI is also kind of buggy-ish, and it's always going to have problems, so we can't really move on to the age of AI. Anyways, the point I'm trying to say is that the World of Magic actually could have done something more on the bot card. And, there's a lot of different fixes that could have gone into this besides them removing it, such as adding a moderation to a couple of servers, to each selection of servers. That way they can get these bot reports or something. Spam reports are always a constant thing, which is why you need, more team members just to help you out and catch these type of, false reports in a game. And so that's really where the human moderation comes into play, instead of counting on a bot, which can be kind of overwritten or, scooted aside. So that's kind of where we are now. The World of Magic's bots kind of failed, and, people are kind of just going back to botting once again. And, I kind of seen this coming when they first removed the bot card. I always thought that it was going to be kind of an ineffective deal, because there's always botters, right? There was always botters, and there's always gonna probably most likely be botters. And I know the World of Magic is a small team, and they have a lot of small staff on their team. They just cannot spare the time a day to always moderate their servers 24/7, and that's why they set up a bot to do it for them. But bots always have a wrong way of doing things, just like humans, and you're never really gonna always catch them. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on this. Do you guys think the World of Magic could have done something better with the bot cards? I do. Or do you think it was right for them to remove it and add a debugger system? But I mean, I can't really lean that way, because honestly, I think the debugger system could also use a lot of help as well. But you can't really count on the freaking AI in these type of games. Sometimes you're gonna need these reports to go through, and the World of Magic actually hasn't been catching anything. So yeah. So tell me what you guys think. Do you guys think it was a good idea to remove it or not? Let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and if you guys did, leave a like, subscribe down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye bye everyone, have a good day.